Hi guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today not the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I almost starts with the morning show. All right, so Martin Keown Conde analyzed the match we played yesterday. So he got to talk about our strikers. First off, you got to talk say Victor Gyökeres no dey at the level we actually they required at the moment. It's like his fitness level is off. And we're back on the talk about Gabriel Jesus, so probably maybe not Gabriel Jesus will come be the striker for us. Keown claims Arsenal star not at the level after Wolves win amid astonishing title claim. Now, when you read the entirety of this particular report, so you to talk about how Gabriel Jesus help us get that goal, even though no Gabriel Jesus had touch him, but at least Gabriel Jesus nicely disturb the defender where the ball take enter. Again, it's his runner movement that helped and is definitely food for thoughts for the manager. Now, Gabriel Jesus looked good when he came on, and Gyökeres is still not at the fitness level you would expect. And there's a real tussle for who is going to be that number 9. And Gabriel Jesus has put himself right back in there in the mind of the manager. Now, Arteta can defend Gyökeres because when you listen to what Fabrizio Romano put out of what Arteta said yesterday, Arteta can highlight something where we say myself I complained not too long ago. Now, I can see that there's a collaboration between Victor Gyökeres and the midfielders. Now, look at the next line. Gyökeres was in a lot of really good positions and the ball didn't get into the area quick enough. But his work and intentions were there, and we need to keep insisting. Another quote you get is the collaboration, everything. See, when you listen to something like this, you go know say all those talk they talk say, oh, Odegaard no dey find Gyökeres. Oh, the team no dey find Gyökeres. Oh, e be like say dem dey selfish. Maybe there's a conspiracy or maybe it's just conjecture at the end of the day. Arteta sees these things and probably they don dey try to address am for the dressing room because for Arteta to come outside in the public domain and say that Gyökeres dey enter really good positions and ball no dey reach am. Now, when the ball even dey reach am, e no dey reach am quick enough, which means the midfielders and those wey dey behind Gyökeres need to do better. So I like the fact that because I dey talk am time and time and time again here on this studio, say anything wey me I see about this Arsenal team wey no good and anything wey you sef you see about this Arsenal team wey no good, there is no way you will tell me that Arteta doesn't know this thing. Arteta has a lot of data analysts wey dey analyze games after the fact. Surely they go don see all these little things and they go dey try to do what to address am. So I was very very happy say Arteta use im mouth talk am, no be say na dem say im use im mouth talk am. So like that one, e sweet me, e give me joy, e get. So moving forward, we can only improve because I also understand that you cannot expect a team who never really play with a striker for the last 5-6 years to all of a sudden just miraculously just switch and start playing with a true number 9. I understand that fact, so I'm not oblivious of that. Now, Moko address the elephant in the room. Yesterday's game, my oh my, yesterday's game. This game won't make me crease. Like, the game make me mad. That yesterday, in the whole of 90 minutes, we got 2 shots on goal. You get. Now, I woke up this morning to this particular press conference from Arteta as I see him. As I just see the headline, I just laugh. What was I laughing? We won, oh, we won the game. We took the 3 points. But Arteta was not happy with how the game went, which described my entire state of mind that yesterday, my feeling. Una remember when I talk say, this match we play yesterday, for me, I put that emphasis on for me, that this was the worst Arsenal game I ever saw. Have you ever heard Arsenal, Arteta, addressing team as horrible? Look at the headline. Horrible. Nowhere near as Arteta's team. But we won, oh, because, say, when we play games, I don't just look at just the headline, oh, we won. I look at how did we get there? What did we do? I look at all the details of the phases of play. I try to understand and unpack it. And when I saw what happened that yesterday, because first of all, for the first time in my life, we scored winning goal and no fit celebrate am because I was still in a state of shock. 91 minutes they equalize. My mind don run go different places in a second, like gbag. Omo, na this one they win the league. If Man City come win their own now, they come over. Like my mind don go different places. So when we come score like 2 minutes or 3 minutes later, I could not still celebrate it because it never still registered on my brain. Because that shock, even the shock of our equalizer, it compounded. That was why that yesterday I was not really happy. And a lot of people enter my DM, they ask me, Sachushin, like this one they win the league. Like, okay, make I show you a lot of things will happen for social media also. Do you know that many Arsenal fans were also not happy that yesterday? People could not celebrate the goal, but we win. When you go to Twitter yesterday, after we won, for the first time in a long while, we win. We were not trending for the right reasons. Arsenal was not trending for Arsenal. It was trending as Arsenal. That yesterday, Arsenal fans were questioning the team. What kind of performance is this? How do you have 75-80% of the ball and nothing to show for it? If you watch this Arteta press conference, you will see that emotional disconnect. You see, Arteta was drained. I go read the transcripts for you, but the transcript no go really show you the emotions wey Arteta take do that press conference. Arteta no even smile, he no laugh. He was, I don't know what I would say, disappointed, like the way in team play. And Arteta addressed a whole lot of things. But before we get there, we go see the unpack other things. Now, for this match, TNT Sports Football, can you let us know, say, Arsenal's record at the Emirates Stadium across all competitions this season, we don't get 11 wins for the Emirates Stadium. We get one draw. That one draw, and be that Manchester City. Then 0 losses. True. Make I no lie. The Emirates Stadium has turned out to be like a formidable ground, to be like a fortress, which is our prayer for our Arsenal team. We just be very, very happy. And my prayer now, make it continue like that, so that when people are coming to the Emirates Stadium, they know, say, if they come outside, come play, they are going to get beaten. The only way they can survive is to play a low block. You get? So when you look at teams that don't come for the Emirates Stadium, 9 out of 10 times they set up a low block. Man City did it. They set up. That is why in the part of this conversation, I want to say something. It is high time we stop defending this our lovely team. Say, oh, the reason why they don't play well now because of low block. It is high time we stop defending them on that. If you want to be champions, you should understand that everybody know you are superior than them. Babe, everybody know you are good. And the only way they can get points off you is to play negative football, to play anti-football, to give you the dark arts of playing 1 million men behind the ball. It is now your own duty to unlock that low block. So I think I will miss if I give that defense before say, oh, the way to make this match difficult now because they set up low block now. If you want to be champions, you should look for a way around it. Otherwise, you cannot win this league. It is simple as ABC. And this thing I'm telling you, I believe Arteta has told the team also. Because low block should not be used as a defense again for this our lovely Arsenal. After these Wolves equalize, Arsenal fans, I watched the video. Hundreds start to go out. Hundreds start to go out. They were disappointed. But thank God, the God of luck smiled on us. And we got that second goal. Anyhow it be, we got that goal and got that 3 points. You see that yesterday game? Like one of the people who joined the show for the full-time analysis, the man said it was a highly emotional game. A highly emotional game. Why was it emotional? Because we know the consequences of dropping points against Wolves. Because of the caliber of the person where they behind us. Because they can take points. But this video, if the video for sweet say, as then they come out for the stadium, they come here, go! All of them come, they run, go back. But the video no capture that moment. But for my mind, I don't really think, I said, oh, it was sweet. They go, hey, did you score? They run, go back. Just be like for normal Nigeria setting, if you do for game center, we will say match never end, now they lose. everybody go stand up, they'll come sing one by one. They don't they go. So as they go now, your team go come score. You go run, go back. They want you go run, go back. Now, hand of Arsenal. Yesterday, he said in the quote with Arteta talk, where Arteta talk about Ben White, say Ben White, he be like saying a hamstring injury Ben White gets. Then you can talk say the manager said today's performance was unacceptable for this team's level, for the level we did, Baba. This is unacceptable. You get, and I can see another quote where Hand of Arsenal post when they talk in only Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice. Now really they drag this team across the line today after a horrific display. You get, so Mikel will have the lot of them in the analysis room. Like Mikel will carry them go to the analysis room at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Can show them how them play. Like even though we won, yes, but the performance was shambolic. You get, even Hand of Arsenal said this: we should have pested Wolves. No disrespect to Wolves, but we should be beating Wolves 3-0, 4-0. Now, normal level, not be saying maybe we underrate them, but now the expectation wey we expect from our own team. For Hand of Arsenal to say that, not just Arsenal, Hand of Arsenal, Rob Edward, like so many people, I will still show you what Martin Keown talk. We won, oh, but Arsenal fans felt we should have done better in this particular game. And I don't know whether na so you sef you think, because I no go lie for you. Na wetin me I think, and na wetin Arteta sef think. You get, because sometimes games go make I burst your brain. You remember when we start this season, when Liverpool they win, they manage, they win, they manage, they win. People they say, oh, it's the stuff of champions. Yes, they win 9 minutes. Where Liverpool they today? For you to do say they struggle, they win games, but they praise the last where they did. You get. So now I've taken this particular report. So Gabriel Jesus, after those 2 games, they don't play, they say return, Baba just be grateful to be back. And make I know like Gabriel Jesus gets mad impacts. So they don't come back. But make I ask another question. Now we say in the 2 games that Jesus don't play, we don't see small impacts. Should he be starting against Everton? Because now another question when people they ask on the social media space. Should Gabriel Jesus be starting ahead of Gyökeres? Or should we continue playing Gyökeres and hope that he gets his form? So let me know your thoughts. Now, TNT Sports for the talk say only 2 teams have managed to stop Arsenal from scoring in the first half at the Emirates Stadium in the Premier League this season. 1, Man City, second place Man City, and bottom placed Wolves. A strong showing from Rob Edwards' side. Even the Rob Edwards, I watched his press conference after the game. Babaka the talk say, can you imagine? Then go Emirates Stadium, score 3 goals, but they no win. Because technically, they score the 3 goals. The 2 goals we Arsenal score an own goal, plus 1 we then score. So they scored 3 goals at the Emirates Stadium, but they could not win. Now, Baba said something important, and as something to say, I don't address. Before this game, I said it that Wolves will come here and pack the bus. If you don't predict them ahead, Arteta would have known this. And Arteta should have prepared his team for this. Even Rob Edwards said it, that they opened up against Manchester United and they lost. That they weren't going to open up against Arsenal, which means the way they played, it was deliberate. It was intentional. They don't want press. In fact, they just wanted a draw. And that draw would have been a big result for them. You see what we do that yesterday? It is synonymous to what Manchester City did. I think it was against Leeds, where they play 5-4. Leeds, happy with that. Where they play 5-4. But why people, they celebrate Manchester United and Arsenal, they say, that's some people, now because they won. Imagine say maybe that match end 5-5. And this match will play yesterday. Imagine saying 1-1 in the end. Baba, by now, sef, I for never heard they do this show, because me, I know say, according to my research, any match will drop points. The next day, people don't have that enthusiasm to listen to any nonsense news. Me, I don't do my research. I understand my community. See, people drop points today. Baba, no matter how sweet tomorrow news be, nobody won't watch it. So if you always observe, the next day after we drop points, means about they relax. I feel do show maybe like 2 o'clock. I know say people see the para. That was what would have happened assuming we drew. So at the end of the day, we say thank God say we collect maximum points. So we'll see what will happen today, because now Crystal Palace are going to be hosting Manchester City at the Selhurst Park. So our expectation now is Crystal Palace should help us do us a favor. Collect points from Manchester City. If Crystal Palace collect points from Man City, you will see say These 3 points we collect yesterday, regardless of the performance level, would be seen as a very, very, very significant point. That 3 points. And the way we will collect that 3 points yesterday, I think the universe is trying to tell us something. I see Crystal Palace collecting points off Man City. It can happen. It's possible. Just like Man City can still go there and give them 5-0. So both truths can coexist. So anything can happen. Me, I just dey in a hyper mode because like today now my meeting dey do end of the year party, so means I wan go chop rice. Get so today make as I go dey there, I go dey watch the Man City game, make dem just make the joy overflow. You get, make I just dey very very happy, so e go make a whole lot of sense. Now when you look at even what Sky Sports said, because wetin Arteta talk yesterday, the thing don go viral, many media houses are talking about it. Arteta hits out at passive and unacceptable defending as Gunners survive scare to beat Wolves. Yes, it was a scare. Arteta branded elements of Arsenal performance against Wolves as unacceptable, slamming their passive and horrible defensive habits as they allowed Wolves to equalize late on. That equalizer, if you see my state of mind, I won't mad. But before we go further, make I just bring you a message from one of our sponsors, Bilito Nigeria Limited.
Your favorite wine drink for your party and celebration in every occasion. Call your friends and family, time to celebrate, have a good time. Pura Sepa wine. Pura Sepa comes in different variants. There's I like the red wine. Pura Sepa wine. Relax and enjoy your life with Pura Sepa wine.
All right, so Pura Sepa wine is brought to you by Bilito Nigeria Limited. So it's a Spanish wine. It's an alcoholic drink. So if you're interested in this product, you want to market it, or maybe you want to use it for your events, make you contact Mr. Julius on 08033264146. His number is at the bottom of the screen, so do well to get in touch with him ASAP as you order for this beautiful product. Now, away from that, so we will also bring you another message from Mobi Wealth Associates and Co Limited. So they're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, call them on +234 80646422 34, and they're located at number 7 Kennywood Road, or Razi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. All right, so Moko will just unpack Arteta's press conference. Now, on the dressing room, how the mood there for the dressing room. Arteta said it was a relief because at the end of the day we escaped, but a very clear understanding that the margin should have been bigger. Like we should have scored more. After not being precise enough in the first half with the amount of situations that we generated inside the opposition box, we didn't pick the right color of shirts on so many occasions. We had an overload to do that. We had to improve in the second half in relation to that. Why they talk about this in that? Because the first half we had 0 shot on goal. 0. Now, in the second half, we did better. We generated the goal. I had a period of 2-3 minutes total passive with horrible defense habits that is nowhere near the level that is required against a team that hasn't had a single shot. The first time that they had the opportunity to shoot, they scored. That is our opponent. But I had they did not. So they scored the goal, and this is the Premier League. Unfortunately, we are relieved because we managed to score a goal at the end and go with it, but we need to improve in the sense of it for sure. Now, Arteta touch on one particular important thing. You know that's what they talk, say, if Arsenal score, all of a sudden they'll just go defend. We did it against Aston Villa. I think we did it against Sunderland. Who else will do them? We don't do that many times. But at least the recent ones here, Aston Villa. When we score, all of a sudden, we can't be passive. We can't relinquish our domination. The team will can't dominate us. Now we can't defend. Until if they can't score us, we can't come outside again. Look at the Aston Villa game. We were losing 1-0. Baba, if you see the spirit, they come outside for that second half. We overpower them. Before you know, back. Rosai don't post net, back. I was expecting us to use that same momentum. Baba, na lie. Then go back. Look at this game too. Once we score, Wolves come outside. Yes, it is true that Wolves are going to come outside because they have nothing to lose and they are already losing, so they want to come outside. But you say follow them, better say stand, say that's what Arteta is saying about passive. That we scored and we became passive instead of being active. 9 minutes Arteta talk say, but at the end of the day, Arteta said we are going to like improve because that's like the major message. At the end, we go still improve. Now on the grit and determination that we showed, Arteta said that's something very positive. Like, but they put am sometimes to resilience and go. Make I break this down now. Say normally, based on say at the end of the day, they equalize us 91 minutes. We can't score winning goal like 93, 94. Normally, people go say it is the stuff of champions. Yes, the team is very determined. Oh, it was a very resilient performance. Arteta say, they look am in that aspect, say, oh, determined. Oh, why didn't you stop them from being in the position to equalize in the first place? Na there Arteta dey come from. No be about determination. Because we were dominating. Now we dey home. Make I read am again for you. On the, say that's why most times I know they like how the Arsenal admin they put this top question. Nobody like this, they ask am for the press conference. Nobody like this. You get. But let's just go off it because when you watch the video, you will see the emotion, you will see the question, the way it is fully packed. But Arteta said that is something that is very positive normally. But I don't put it down sometimes to resilience and goal. No, it's what happened before. We should have stopped the source before. And that is on us. You have to give credit to Wolves and what they did. I watched the game where they played Stamford Bridge, where they played against Villa, and how unlucky they were not to get a result. I knew that it wasn't going to be an easy game, but we made it harder for ourselves in the manner that we considered the goal, and that is unacceptable. Babe! Baba, you see, I don't know whether sometimes whether Arteta, whether they watch game with Arteta lens or POV. I mean, Arteta they watch game with my POV because most of the times the way they see things, Arteta they see them that way. Because for me to come as I tell you yesterday, say this game was the worst I've seen. Arteta said it was horrible. Yet we win, but I was not satisfied. God, yesterday I want run mad. Thank God say we win. Thank God. Now on Ben White's injury. Arteta said, obviously he hasn't played a lot of minutes because of the previous knee injury issue that he had. Even the moment that he started to get some momentum, he had to play a lot because we didn't have any other condition. We had to even risk Saliba. But Arteta talks, Saliba not supposed to play, but we didn't have a choice. So Saliba play, and at the end of the day, my happiness will say, from now, our next game is in 7 days' time. So the players go rest. You get, because even Ogi Master will talk, say, what's happened at tiredness? We make the players know really, like what we see yesterday, we know really suit our belly, maybe not tiredness. So at least they have 7 whole days, or let's say 6 days, to just get themselves back in shape. Because if you think what Wolves did here is big, Baba wait, make it play Everton. Everton are very, very physical. With all those James Tarkowski and Brathwaite, all those people there, and Mayolenko them, they are very, very physical, very, with Beto. So look at they like that one, and now away. So that one said, we are playing, look at our next 3 games. We are playing Everton at their new stadium. We are playing Brighton, I think at the Amex Stadium. They will play Villa again at the Emirates Stadium. So our next 3 games, don't be shere. It's going to be difficult. So we need to put our acts together because although those 3 things, I don't expect them to play 10 men behind the body, we Wolves set up. So I think there will be spaces to exploit, but we must make sure that we collect like maximum 3 points in those games. Now, the country ask Arteta, say, see, on not having a shot on target in the first half, Arteta say yes now because we didn't pick out the right color of shirts. Like we don't make the right finish last pass. When you have a free meter, normally we put the ball not on target and go. And we put it out, and time again, it's frustrating, but this is the game. But I expect to hit the right color. You have to hit the back post every single time at this level. And today we haven't done it. So we started to make things more difficult for us. Now, on if there was complacency inside the stadium, I think I said no. Say like for that Brentford game, now I think I called the fans. Say, I come 7:30, I beg, I don't feel everywhere. You can say today now let's kick off. You understand? But supporters were there to support us. Because so that one na normal level, understand? So supporters were there. So you no go talk say maybe the players no get ginger from supporters. Supporters were there. Now on the way we played in the final few minutes, Arteta said full gas. Say when you talk, no say before this match, Arteta said something. Say this particular game, say one more could play and full gas. Say when he talk full gas, he mean from the first minute to the 90 something minutes, you have to be active. You have to be focused on the game because the first half we were nowhere, no shot on, like the urgency was not there. In fact, somebody entered my DM and said, "CHUKS, we played like we didn't want to win the league. In fact, we played like we were already leading 10-0. We know they play like person wey wan score, like person wey wan win." You get? So that's what I talk say. The full gas wey in the mean. Now from the first minute to the 96th minute, there were moments that we tried without being very, very efficient. And probably we were not as clinical as we should be in defining moments. And I don't think it's on purpose. But there were moments in the second half after scoring the goal, but that's not what we want. That's certainly, and we have to improve. Now, be that to say if we score, we can relax. I like the fact say Arteta, and the man said that the vex like, come on, I need to watch the video. Say, if you watch the video, you will see the emotion Arteta till the talk. You will say no smiling, Baba the vex, zero joy. We win, but we win, no, we win. But sometimes it goes beyond winning. Like you win and collect your maximum points, but you might still not be satisfied with the way your team performed because you believe in your team so much and you know their capability and ability. You know they could have done better. That's why Arteta the para for the way like the performance was shambolic, but we won. Key. Now, away from that also. So Arteta can say, well, the way the game they go, what we go do now? We go learn from them. You get, and every time you win a game in the Premier League, you should be happy normally. You should be conscious of the difficulty of this league. But we made it even harder for ourselves. You see, Arteta they address the fact, say, normally, if you win match for this CPA, you're supposed to be happy, right? But the way we play this one, we made it harder for ourselves, and that is the big lesson that we have to do. When the opponents merit something, that's fine. And they did a lot of things to make it difficult for us, agreed. But that's one of the things that I don't know. We should make sure that we improve in them. You get? So in all of the things, in as much as Arteta is like talking, say, okay, the team, no, see where they do bad, at the end of the day, he understands that we can still improve. Yes. This one incident no mean say we get a bad team. No. You can have a good team that will give a shambolic performance if they happen. You can't always play 100 every game. It's not possible. You get. So I like the fact that Arteta said no say yes, there's room for improvements. Now, on how we can avoid defending deeper. Because now, okay, Arteta say no, it's deeper and we have the ball in the hand of the goalkeeper. We don't play. We just kick it. This is on us. We have to continue to play in the manner that we have to play. We can manage the results in a certain way, but it has to be on ourselves. We can defend it because they commit a lot of players, and that's a moment that you cannot press them. That's fine. But the level of activity in that block has to be different to the one that we had in the game. Now, it goes back to what I was saying when I talk, say, as we score Wolves, naturally, Wolves will come aside to come equalize. So it will come be like, say, with the defend deep. I think I said defending deep is not the problem, but how you defend that deep is the issue. The activities you do in defending that deep is the major issue. And at the end of the day, we should do better. You get? Now, everything I talk about, para, oh God. Now, on the grit and determination, okay, I don't talk about that one. Now, on what we'll get this week, I think I've said about that, so I think we'll just come to an end of Arteta's press conference. Man, maybe later, if nobody say I did go somewhere today, get. So if not, I don't really get that. That's why I even do live. I don't want to record the video because they post like to take so much time. You get. Maybe in the evening I will still post that at a press conference. Make you see the emotions where the man they emit. Make you see the body language. What we want. We just see like he knows we could have done better. You get. And we are just margins away from crying. But imagine say we draw that match one yesterday. God. Imagine say we draw that match one. Now. Martin Keown can make his own astonishing Arsenal title claim after this match will beat against Wolves. Now, Keown, after the match, they analyzed them for TNT Sports. So Martin Keown claimed that the title bid was on this particular game which was why we were like feeling pressure. Because we know, say, if we no win this game, Man City go overtake us if they beat Crystal Palace. That's a fact. Because if we no win this game, if we draw, we'll get 3 points ahead of City. If City can't win their own game, we'll come they equal on the same points, but they will get more goals than us. So it would have been crazy. Now, when you go on to read this particular report from the TNT Sports, Keown call the talk say, you don't want to be playing like that too often if you want to be champions. Because he himself say the way we played na rubbish. And if you want to win the league, you cannot be playing like that. That's what the Gunners legend was saying on TNT Sports. He said, I think the whole title was on this game because the commotion around and the noise around, it affected the players because the players did not play like the Arsenal players we know. They didn't play like that. And for you to know, say, as speaking about the paradise yesterday, probably maybe kill yourself the paradise. And the way to make I even see waiting in your right, we'll talk about that game yesterday. So Keown said, there's a lot of feeling. If you support Arsenal, there's a lot of feeling against the club. Lucky Arsenal is back. It has been unlucky Arsenal for me recently. You can just say the whole world wanted Arsenal to sleep up yesterday. For you to know the pressure with our body, the whole world, the hate is real. They wanted us to lose or wanted us to drop points. At the end of the day, he said, credit to Wolves and their manager. They were transformational tonight in their own performance. You get? Now, even Aaron Ramsey, when they talk about the game, say, this type of game, now game is supposed to win, no? Even though you know play well, but still try your best to win. Because if, say, we know win that game yesterday, the momentum go shifts, regardless of whether we have the best squad in the league. But mentally and psychologically, the players will feel defeated. Even the Arsenal fans, me and you, Moko no lie. If, say, we lose that game yesterday, how would you have felt? Think am. Don't just look at it that because, oh, we won. Look at it in the reverse. If to say we draw that game yesterday, how would your mental state be? Baba, you know go dey funny. The comment section yesterday, me, I know my community. The comment section would have been toxic. It would have been toxic. We win, yet social media was toxic. See what they call us now. Imagine we now drew. It would have been crazy. But thank God. Thank God. So we collect that maximum 3 points. Now, breaking news we're going to hear about, make I just digress into another something. And so the current talk say if Real Madrid no win today, if they lose, so they will sack Xabi Alonso. All this kind of thing, it don't really make sense. You get even as Zidane come and call the talker. So during your own time, now so they talk, oh, if you lose this match, they're gonna fire him. Say now people they leak all those things from the administration of Real Madrid. They go leak all those information, go give journalists. Say put it out there that if Real Madrid lose against Alaves or Real Madrid lose against Espanyol, we are going to sack the manager. So Zidane talk say that kind of message they add more pressure on the team. So it no really make any sense. Now after the game we play, they come they ask Bukayo Saka. You know, say normally because we did for Nigeria here, there are some videos I cannot watch for me to react to them. Like this particular video now, where Saka they talk about the game because they tell Saka say, okay, now we say una don't win, and una they go to the break with 5 points ahead of Manchester City. So over to Man City now, Abi. Saka can say, Baba, you talk and where you said it well. I couldn't watch the video because they said the video is not available in your location. Some people don't say make I go download a VPN. I never even see any free VPN. I always watch all these kind of videos. Maybe now with the UK and US and other countries now, I'm going to watch all this kind of video. But Saka said they're very, very happy that yes, over to Manchester City, and Bukayo Saka was awarded the man of the match, and deservedly so. He really, really deserved it because when you watch how Saka was very, very active in that game yesterday. In fact, I think it was the only shining light because he was just taking on that guy. I Saka was dribble. He was dribble kidding guy. In fact, Squawker talks, Bukayo Saka won all his 10 duels he contested as Arsenal beats Wolves. The only player to do so in a Premier League game across the last 10 seasons. You won't kill this guy. In fact, when you go back, go review that corner with Saka take. I don't think Saka has ever taken that type of corner before. Man, if say that you no touch keeper, maybe the thing for even enter because see the way the thing call. Jam back, pound, enter. You see that yesterday, the universe just there our back. Because I don't want to use God factor because everybody did, even who was gone, they worship God. So let me just say the universe just there our side. and make the universe complete am by day on Crystal Palace side today. You go if Crystal Palace drop points today, I go know say truly this is a point where at the end of the day when we win the league, we go look back and say the game against Wolves was a massive 3 points. At the end of the day, when we win the league, we just look back say, omo, that Wolves game. Because we may think say maybe na Sunderland game be like the worst, or be like the one we say we look back, but now this Wolves game. And I don't think there will be another game that will be as tough as this Wolves own. Because Wolves no come outside come play, just like Sunderland. So this game, just mark and go right and down. Very key. Very key. Now, away from that, moving forward, so we can't even here say AC Milan they turn their attention to Arsenal man to solve their key problem. AC Milan is looking at Gabriel Jesus that they would like to sign him because they don't see okay, the guy don't come back, he don't need bar 1 or 2. Now, according to Football Italia, the Italian side have continued to work hard to maintain their position among the top clubs in the country and are determined to return to the pinnacle of Italian football. But I know say Arteta no go want sell the guy. Arteta said don't talk about it. They say they know they sell the guy, especially when you have players that are out injured. They say maybe everybody don't come back and that would be a different conversation. But for now, it's a no-brainer. It don't make any sense. So the obvious decision is we're not selling him. Now, Arsenal must handle pressure better to win the Premier League because I watched the ESPN show this morning before I prepared for my own show. They were saying the same thing. The performance level was it's not acceptable, especially when you want to win the league. It's acceptable for a team that wants to finish in the top 4, but when you want to win the league, you don't play like this. Because even Craig Bawley, whatever they talk say, Arsenal now pressure now affects them that yesterday, and Martin Keown is saying the same thing. To the pressure of winning the league because they know say if they drop points, it's all over. And Shona, remember when Man City player, whether Josko Gavido, Abi whether na Rodri, I don't know who talk that thing. Say if Arsenal lose any more points, it's all over. Say that they watch us say if we drop any point mistakenly like this, and they just overtake us, all law. Say don't finish, say fini. Oh no, I don't go understand. You know how we always say Arsenal players are living rent free in Pep's head, in Man City players' head. But by reverse, Man City are also living rent free in the heads of our players. It is a two-way street, not be one way. Get as then they think of us when we play. Now so we they think of them when they play. Look at your brain. Arteta and the players will watch Man City versus Crystal Palace because everybody know how difficult the Selhurst Park is. Go and look at the table, the rankings. You will discover that after Arsenal as the best defensive team in the league, the next best defense in the league is Crystal Palace with Maguire and co. Because Crystal Palace defense now no nonsense defense. But what me I never know be say, sir, that their player, whether he go don't travel go AFCON, miss this game, or whether he go play this game before he go AFCON. Because don't forget, many people are traveling for AFCON. Some now they travel already. Salah is traveling tomorrow, 15th. So whether this one will travel today, I don't really know. Or whether I go talk say, we get AFCON, to make I not go play this game, can't go get injured. Like so many things go affect. So I wish he plays. I wish. Say the guy go there available. Now coming back to the ESPN game. So they say if the pressure of the title race can do this to Arsenal in December, what on earth is it going to be like in May? Because the pressure is really getting to us. You get so now waiting them they analyze, get, and me I see their point of view, but I still think that we are going to get better. You get, so we're going to get better. Now, as we celebrate this match we'll play, I saw an image of Mosquera, Gabriel Magalhaes. I can't say Mosquera wear protective casts. He wear protective boots for his leg. I was like, wow. So waiting to this guy did this serious. I never knew it was this serious. So, and that's why they said it's going to be out for I think 5 to 6 weeks. So our prayers are with him. We wish him quick recovery. He gets because we need him moving forward. Now, did you also know that our first goal came through an offside? I know that they are aware. Make I come on this picture, so make I unpack them. Did you know that the through ball where they first give for that, where we say no player can put them go corner, Saka was offside in the build-up. So normally they're supposed to blow offside, but because if to say maybe the Wolves player no kick him out, maybe Saka can carry the ball or something, it could have been blown for offside. Or maybe our player collect the ball, one can go score, it would have been blown for offside. But because the ball go corner, they can't back the offside, they leave them, they can't blow corner. Arsenal scored from the corner. Now the argument is, should that goal have been cancelled? That is why some school of thought are saying, now remember the day what I talk say the FA, the reason say they won't bring in 2027 or thereabout, they experiment. Say make them they review corner kicks with VAR wey lead to goal. Now this kind of thing, when something illegal gives you an opportunity that you now score from, should the VAR be looking back at it? For example, as we score from a resulting illegal corner because it was supposed to be an offside, should the goal have been cancelled? You get, so me, they put your mind on why then the reason to implement that new law. They never implement them now. Because myself, I don't notice them. Now today, while I do research, I can't watch the video, I say yes, confirm. ESPN self debate them. Everybody agrees offside. You get. So now they can't explain why the PG, what did the PGML talk? So PGML break their silence after Bukayo Saka's offside incident during Wolves versus Arsenal. So when you read it, Wolves can count themselves slightly unlucky as Arsenal after putting in one of their best performances this season. Now, when you read the entirety of the reports, Mark Chapman when they share wetin PGML tell am about Bukayo Saka offside incident and why dem gboju kuro. It was offside, yes, but there are some circumstances where dem look come say oyamoko leave am. Those circumstances are subjective at most. Because you get another manager wey go see am, I say manager, get another referee wey go see am, him go say na offside. You get another linesman wey go see am, him go raise him flag up. You get. Now make I just unpack am for you. So when you now read wetin the man talk gongon, he say a ball was fed in behind Totti Gomez in an attempt to find Bukayo Saka, which forced the Wolves defender to deal with the threat by heading it out for a corner. But it was later proven that Saka was in an offside position when the ball was first played. The ball was played and the intending person wey dem want me to get the ball na Saka. Saka was in an offside position. You get. Now, speaking on the BBC Match of the Day, Mark Chapman shared what PGML told the show after the incident at the Emirates Stadium. So here's the reason why, and we checked with PGML here as to why he couldn't be given offside because Saka didn't do any of these four things. According to the PGML, Saka didn't affect his opponent's line of vision. He didn't challenge the opponent for the ball. He didn't attempt to play the ball. He just dropped off, did he not? And he didn't do anything to impact the ability of the opponent to play the ball. But it does not negate the fact that Saka was offside. So at most, another referee will see him in a different way. Because at the end of the day, there's subjective reasoning. So my own be say, we collect our 3 points. Moku carry and they go. Waiting people they do us. Now we do Wolves. Because at the end of the day, we score 9 minutes. Wolves play a 4 grand. They were like, God, why? We deserve a draw here now. That's how we feel against Aston Villa. We say we deserve at least a draw in that game. Emiliano Buendia come from nowhere. Bust net. All our players go down. They won't cry. Baba, na normal level. This is the EPL. So where could they go? Do you know that after the game when Liverpool play, the media call the Kosala say, Baba, come now. Boku interview you, make it tell us what they say. He say, no, I don't want. The one I do before, don't put me for problem. I don't do any interview. Man, I play this morning should not enter almost 1 hour. Like I just have a lot of things to say, man. But make I just cut them short. Now, Man City are prepared to sell 21-year-old Brazilian forward Savinho, not just him, Savinho, Rico Luis, and Oscar Bob. They want to sell them in for January. And do you know why? They want to buy Semenyo. So because they say Semenyo did better than all these people they get. So very, very important for them. All right, that's fine. So I think the biggest news of the day, matter of fact, say Martin Keown, it also Bukayo is no day at the level where we need at the moment for us. I can't even talk say whether Emirates will become the striker up front again because at least he don't come in and the vibes around him is quite positive. So that's quite okay. So I think at this point it's a fine place for us to call the show an end. So it's like come your way later in the evening. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, guys. Ciao.